So Ward was a very bad boy in season 1. Do you
know what you're talking about.
Do you think there's any hope of redemption for him?
Look, that's a very interesting question. I think that whether he's a good guy or a bad guy is something that Grant Ward himself is dealing with. I think that what season 2 is going to be dealing with is like, what next? But for everybody, for S.H.I.E.L.D, for the world at large, for the Hydra cell that's still existent.
As a fan, there's a lot of bodies. I don't think you can just kind of swing somebody back and be like, sorry about that. He's evil on a deep level, and yet there's some really important stuff we learned about ways that he was adopted by the devil, essentially, in Agent Garrett. And it'll be interesting to see how he figures out how to do business with what he did. I don't think anyone wants to see him brought back until he owns his betrayals.
I think it depends what your philosophy is on that. I think, as a human being, can you be born bad? I don't think you can personally, but I think also he's hurt these people a lot, and so maybe different people would be able to forgive him at some point. Simmons, personally, the character I play, I don't think she can ever imagine forgiving him.
May got to kind of kick his ass in the finale. Was that fun?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I read it on the page, that was the best. I mean, we wanted it to be an exceptional fight scene. To just
How long did you shoot that one for?
17 hours.
17 hours
Yeah,
of fighting.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was an exhausting day, but it was so gratifying.
2 hours longer than your longest sex scene with him, right? I think.
What about Skyward? Is that dead, or is there still hope?
I definitely think there's still. I mean, look at that pair. That's going to be turned into a GIF
absolutely.
right now. That's already a GIF. Someone already made that a GIF, and now.
Made it a GIF.
Great.
Lovely. Glad we could write that.
I think so. I mean, as a fan of the show, I think the chemistry between Sky and War at the beginning of the season, I think that's just kind of, I hope it carries on, and I don't know, I feel like there's going to be something where we're going to have to kind of trust him again.
In the finale, Fitz made basically a declaration of love for Simmons. If he survives, how do you think that's going to play out in season 2?
I mean, like we were always saying that I think the thing we liked about the relationship is we never thought that would happen, and we always just thought it was kind of like a more brother-sister type relationship. So now it's out in the open and it's there, I suppose there's no going back from it, but I can't see the two of them not always being friends no matter what. I think they've got a very strong relationship in that sense, and that's the most important part of it.
Tell us about some of the characters you've got coming on season 2. We've got Lucy Lawless, Reed Diamond, very exciting.
Yeah, we part of Coulson rebuilding S.H.I.E.L.D. is him having to branch out, and they're underdogs, so they're going to have to scrap and find resources where they can, and so in that comes some new people, and some of them will stick around, some of them will come and go, but with all of them, we're trying to keep the notion that we had at the end of last year of who can you trust. They don't have a big organization that they can point to, so they're going to have to bring in people who may not fit in their comfort zone. And so that's the stuff we're planning to explore with these characters.
So now you've got Agent Carter launching as well. Do you think there's any way we could see a crossover between the two shows? It's Marvel, time travel's a possibility.
Anything is possible in Marvel. That's what's so beautiful about comics and having these extraordinary powers or extraordinary abilities.
I mean, you never would have thought you'd seen Steve Rogers from the end of World War II suddenly be walking around 2010 Times Square, so I guess anything's possible. I'd be surprised if they didn't find some way to cross some story over.